NASMARB is back on your screen for week number 2 of Season 2 of NASMARB. We're here with the running of the Lightspeed 400 at Hyperspeedway. Hello again, friends. Ricochet, glad to have you here for the second race of the second season, and the second ever running of this particular race, the Lightspeed 400. Should provide lots of thrills, a very fast track, as you can guess by the name Hyperspeedway, and so therefore it should be a very interesting run. A lot of different storylines going into this race, including those that didn't make the race and those that finished very well last season, the finals, and where they're going to start here in this race, some of the eyes, people to pay attention to, and that includes the entire team of Red Pandas Racing. As you have a look at the groupings here, getting ready to go in just a moment. Red Pandas Racing has never lost here at Hyperspeedway. Lemon Drizel won this race a year ago, and Woodpecker won the second race that was run here at Hyperspeedway in Season 1. So they're obviously somebody to keep an eye on. Lemon Drizel, who qualified 5th, was the winner last year. Bloodstorm, who finished 2nd, qualified 3rd this year. And Jack Tato, who finished 3rd last season, qualified 2nd. So a lot to keep an eye on as we get going with the first group. And it looks like it's going to be the 26. Streamer ahead of Mozilla, and Nugget fell off the course. Let's have a look and see what happens as Streamer will advance into the next round. The round of 12, and let's look and see. Yeah, Nugget just got thrown right off the track there. It looked like after contact with the 66, and that's obviously a tad bit awkward as Nugget and Mozilla there are teammates. So the 66 and the 99 will now go head-to-head. Good news is somebody's getting in. The bad news is they're not both, and the answer is it's not Nugget, as they got thrown off the course again. Mozilla advances to the round of 12. Let's have a look and see. It looked like it might have just been some good old-fashioned bullying there. Yeah, coming out of turn 1, just right off the course. Happens for a second straight run, and that is the end of the run there for the 99 of Nugget, who fails to even finish a lap here in the race. So the Lightspeed 400, not so great for the 99. Here's Group 2, Jack Tato, Murakami, and Confetti. Jack Tato, who has really good success in this particular race, qualified really well, getting spun around, and it's Murakami who's going to come out in front. Made the pass after the 12 got sideways, and Murakami advances into the round of 12. Made contact right away. Everybody had contact. It looked like the back wheels may have been up on one of the cars, and Jack Tato just didn't have the speed going backwards, and Murakami able to take advantage of it. So now the 12 and the 7, hard contact from Confetti. Look at Jack Tato. They make contact again, and they're both going to stall out. We'll have to go again. Wow, the 7 got right into the 12 immediately. Jack Tato got turned again as Confetti did all they could to stop the 12 from advancing, and they will re-rack and go again. Let's see what happens here. And again, contact is made. This time, Jack Tato able to get away with it, and through is the 12 after a tough battle with Confetti, who was not laying down. Well, that was a tough matchup there for the 12 car, although the 7 kind of just seemed like the almost, I don't know if it was intentional or not, but it seemed like the strategy was just to try to spin Jack Tato out. Didn't work. Confetti's eliminated, and that will move us on to group number 3. Very interesting group. Bloodstorm, Woodpecker, and Winx. 2 of the members of the Misfortune Racing team, and of course, the powerhouse Red Pandas Racing is the other car involved there. Somebody came off the course. I think that was Winx that came off. Yeah, it is. As the 43 can't finish either, so the only car to finish is Bloodstorm, who finished, of course, 2nd in this race a year ago. They're going to advance into the next round, and right up off out of turn 1 there. That's not the first time or even the second time that a car has come off the course coming out of turn 1. It's a dangerous course here as the 43 gets well ahead. Let's see if Winx has anything for him. The answer is no. Woodpecker advances into the next round, and Winx, after failing to qualify last week, will have a very disappointing finish this week, and that was after Winx finished 4th in this race a year ago. So certainly disappointing as the 13 struggles to start the season continue. On to Steve, Neptune, and EARL. This is an interesting group. Steve has had a lot of speed very early, winning the pole last week. Neptune struggled in qualifying, despite the fact that they, of course, are the only one locked into the playoffs after their win. And, of course, right when you say it, Neptune's going to have an obvious and dominant victory to advance to the next round. That wasn't even close. Neptune, the lowest seed in this grouping, able to take care of them pretty easily, and it almost looked like some sabotage there between the 32 and the 33. Took each other out as Steve kind of got into Earl there, and now they'll go head-to-head to try to advance to the next round. And hard contact early. They're still side by side. Earl is going to get the advantage. They're going to advance, and Steve out in the first round. Yeah, they were with each other pretty much the whole time, and then you could see the back end got loose on the 32, and they just couldn't keep it. On to group number 5, Lemon Drizel, the headliner here. But Spitzer's got some pretty good numbers, especially qualifying-wise. And, of course, the other cars, oh, no big deal. That's just the champion of the league. Lemon Drizel's got the advantage, got the speed, got the finish, and is going to advance through pretty easily there for Drizel, who is, of course, the defending champion of this race. And it was pretty clean there, as it seemed like the cars that spun, as both the 48 and the 25 went across backwards, but it almost seems like they may have just spun each other, or spun themselves, I should say, as hard contact is here, but the 48's going to get through. Spitzer will come across, and you didn't see it there on the camera, but I think a little bit of a push to show maybe not so much appreciation for that move, but Oak is through, although it looked like although the 25 ended up upside down, it looked like they may have been the one to initiate the contact there. But the 48 of Oak is through. You can see right here, bam, there's some knock right into the back bumper there of the 48. May have been unintentional, but also may have been a show of less than appreciation for that move. On to the final group. It's Sal, Piper, and Quillo. And we'll see what we got. Upside down, spinning, and now another spin, and it's going to be the 53 to come away. Piper advances to the next round. After flipping Sal, it looked like Quillo had the move to go. Let's see who got into the 1. Actually, it looked like it may have just been contact with the course, but the 9 with a big spin spun around a couple full turns, and Piper takes advantage to advance to the next round, as Quillo barely finished the course. And now they'll go head-to-head with Sal, trying to get the final spot in the round of 12. Oh, off the course goes the 1! Coming across backwards to grab the final spot is Quillo, and Sal may have had, certainly not the first one to fall off the course, but that may have been the most violent collision. Have a look at the replay. Quillo had the speed. Yeah, it looked like maybe the most speed just coming right off the course there from the 1 and Sal. Quillo grabs the final spot, and we will have another rematch in that final group you see there. The 53 and the 43, those teammates faced each other last week. Piper got the win, advanced all the way down to the final, but Woodpecker maybe a chance for some revenge there, as the 1, 2, 3, and 5 all advance into the next round. So these are best out of 3s for the final 12. Streamer against Neptune. This is interesting. The pole sitter against last week's winner. Streamer has really good numbers overall, the most successful driver. Hard contact with Neptune, and Neptune going to keep it going, and will come across the line first, as the 15 seed takes a 1-0 lead and trying to knock out the pole sitter. After a disappointing qualifying run, you thought maybe Neptune would revert back into the struggles of Season 1. That is not the case so far. As tried to get the contact again. Uh-oh! Hard push, but it's going to help the 26 instead of hurt. And Streamer able to even it back up. It's 1-all. Oh, man, right into the driver's side. Right underneath that window. Now it's 1-1. Winner advances. Neptune's got the advantage, but the pass is going to be made by the 26. Streamer survives and advances into the final 6. After a tough matchup there with Neptune, who had the advantage, but just spun. You can see it here coming out of turn 2, just got sideways. And that time, instead of what happened the previous time, which was the 11 bumping the 26, straightening them out, and allowing them to get the win, this time, Streamer able to maneuver right around that 11 car and advance to the next round. So here is Mozilla versus Earl now. 33. You double it, you get 66. Those are the two cars going up against each other. And it's Earl who will take the first round. You can see here at the very end, it looked like Mozilla had some speed right there, but then just was a little out of control, I think. And that's how the speed came, but the control of the car did not come with it. So 1-0, Earl in the lead. This is the 9 versus the 11. Upside down goes Mozilla. That's going to end their tournament. As Earl comes across the line and advances into the next round, Mozilla with just the control of the car on both rounds there just was not there. Flipping that time after getting way out of control out of turn 2 on the first one as well. So certainly didn't have the control, had some speed, but we'll have to settle for a round of 12 appearance, and that's all. Now Jack Tato against Oak. The first of the final 3 from this race a year ago to face off. They all advanced, and Jack Tato with a pretty dominant win there. As Oak ends up upside down out of turn 2. Jack Tato, the 2 seed, takes a pretty early lead here, and a pretty dominant victory over the 14-seeded Oak. But you never know, Neptune very nearly pulled out that upset, and you just saw EARL, the lower seed, take out Mozilla. Let's see what they can do. Not going to happen this time. Well, maybe it will. Actually, contact made with the 48, and they're going to push the 12 across the line. A golden opportunity after Jack Tato clearly had more speed, but instead of being able to make that pass, you'll see the 48 bump right into him. Right here, all out of control, but the 48 right into the back of the 12 propels him forward, and Jack Tato advances into the final 6. So Lemon Drizel versus Murakami now. The 3 versus the 4. Those are their numbers, not the seeds. As Lemon Drizel trying to make defense here, and neither car is going to finish. Great defensive move from Lemon Drizel as Murakami was coming. Blocked him off and then almost had enough momentum from the 4 to push Drizel up against and past the finish line, but instead they'll just go again. And this time Drizel again going to try to make a pass, and now the opposite's going to happen. Look at that. First it was Lemon Drizel blocking Murakami, and now the 4 returns the favor here. Got ahead and then turned into the wall, and Drizel couldn't quite get around and almost pushed the 4 past the finish line there. Tried again for a 3rd time. This time, not as much drama, but the 4 made it interesting. But finally, after 3 tries, Lemon Drizel able to pull out the victory here. And it's 1-0. Got to do it again. Drizel with the lead. This time it's much easier. And it turns out as probably the closest sweep you're going to get. Lemon Drizel took him 4 turns to finally get the 2 victories. But Drizel advances with a sweep here into the final 6 for the defending race winner. Now Bloodstorm versus Quillo. So 2 of the top 3 finishers from this race last time are already in. Bloodstorm's the other one, but it's Quillo who takes a 1-0 lead. The 3-seed Bloodstorm, this is the 13-seeded Quillo. And a pretty easy victory there. A lot of contact between the 9 and the 86. Let's see if that happens again. Ooh, it looked like it was going to, but the 86 this time. Bloodstorm with an easy victory, and we'll go to a decisive 3rd round. Contact was made, but it turned out to hurt the 9 more than the 86. We'll go one more time here, and now Quillo is all sideways, and Bloodstorm advances to the next round. And all 3 of the finalists from a year ago are once again going to have a chance to get into the final 3. As you look at the replay, oh man, up on the side railing there of the course, almost went off. Stayed on the course, but either way, it doesn't matter. Barely finishing way late there, and it's the 86 advancing. So now the final of the final 12 matchups, these are Red Pandas Racing teammates, Piper and Woodpecker. There are 4 Red Pandas Racing cars. 2 of them are already in. 1 more is going to get in. Piper's going to take the 1-0 lead, as upside down goes the 43 of Woodpecker. This is the 7 versus the 8 seed here. Oh man, Woodpecker almost came off the course. Yeah, that was a wild sequence there. And now Woodpecker's up ahead. A pass attempt, but going to be too late there. Woodpecker evens it at 1. Yeah, you can see Piper got ready to try to make a move, but just ended up too hard into the wall there instead of kind of shifting to the outside. Try it one more time. Piper's got the lead. Going to have to make a mistake. They will not. And Piper advances to the final 6 as she once again continues a very impressive start with Red Pandas Racing to her NASMARB career, knocking out her teammate Woodpecker for the 2nd straight week in the round of 12. And you know the 43's got to be kind of disappointed. As you see the final 6, Streamer versus Earl, Jactato versus Piper, Bloodstorm versus Lemon Drizel. The fastest laps there, you can see Lemon Drizel, although qualifying 5th right now, seems to be the car to beat. As the 3 finalists will have a chance. They can't all make it again, as Bloodstorm and Drizel are going to face off, but we could get the first ever all-team final. That's if Red Pandas Racing wins all 3. Streamer and Earl going to go up against each other, and Earl's going to take the lead as he almost came off the course, it looked like. Yeah, wow, the front end up and on the rail. That's a really impressive piece of driving there from Earl to take a 1-0 lead. Streamer and Earl are both looking to get back in the finals for the first time in a while, and they're even at 1. That was a very impressive heat there. You can see some good blocking. Yeah, look at that. They tried to kind of follow each other in line, but Earl didn't have any speed to get around. 1-1, best of 3. Earl in the lead again. Contact hard that time. Earl comes across first, and Earl is 1 away from getting back to the final. Neither driver has been in the final since the 5th race of Season 1. The 1-seed Streamer on the ropes against the 11th-seeded Earl. Contact again, off the course, goes to 26. Earl just has to stay on. He does, and he's into the final as Streamer cannot finish the final lap. A disaster strikes for the 26, and the 1 seed is out. Right there, up and off, and despite very little speed in that 33, at the end of that race there on that last lap, able to get across, and Earl advances into the final as we have Jactato in the 12 versus Piper in the 53. Jactato trying to get back to the final in this race. Piper trying to make the finals for the 2nd straight time as she takes a 1-0 lead. This is the 2-seed Jactato, the 7-seed is Piper. She's trying to make the finals for the 2nd straight time to start her career. That has never happened before in NASMARB history. She's also trying to make that Red Pandas Racing finals still be possible as she takes a 2-0 lead, dominating Jactato here. It's not close right now. The 12 car is all out of sorts and has to get something figured back together. Got to win 3 in a row against Piper. Jactato takes the lead this time. Piper trying to make a move. Going to happen a little too late. And Jactato able to stay alive here. Right there, coming out of the corner, it looked like maybe some momentum, but going backwards is a harder thing to do, and Piper couldn't get it done. Now Jactato takes the lead again. Jactato coming out of turn 2. He's going to hold on to take the win, and it's 2-2. Trying to come back from 2-0 as Piper goes hard into the wall out of turn 2. And now the pressure definitely shifts to the rookie in the 53, trying to survive. The 12 trying to advance. Jactato, contact from the back quarter panel, not going to matter. And Jactato is into the finals again. This is the 2nd time in this race, at the Lightspeed 400 specifically, that Jactato has been in the final 3. It's the 2nd time in Jactato's career that they've been in the final 3. They've happened in this race each time. Now Bloodstorm versus last year's winner, Lemon Drizel. Bloodstorm finished 2nd in this race a year ago. Drizel upside down, on the side rather. Backwards across the line comes the 86, and Bloodstorm with an upset win there to take a 1-0 lead. Despite the fact that Bloodstorm is the higher seed, we talked about in these stages here after qualifying, which is of course how you get the seeds, but in the actual tournament, Drizel's been the car to beat. But Bloodstorm's got a 1-0 lead here. And now Drizel has some trouble getting out and trying to make a pass. Bloodstorm with the block, and it's a 2-0 lead for the 86. Drizel had a hard time getting out of the starting gate there. Not sure what happened, but it stalled the 3 car, and now they're in some big trouble here. Going back to the outside line, Drizel's got the advantage, got to make it a clean lap. It will be, and Lemon Drizel will survive to live another lap. Little sideways there coming out of the back end of corner number 2, but still a pretty solid lap there. Bloodstorm ran a pretty easy one as well. Back to the inside now goes Drizel. Got a better jump out of the gate. That time flipping upside down, back onto the wheels, and across the line is Lemon Drizel as both cars go upside down. Have a look at the replay. Wow, they both were upside down in the straightaway between turns 1 and 2, but Lemon Drizel able to get it back on all 4 and able to come across the line to make it a decisive 5th matchup. That is a wild ride for the driver of the 3. Oh man, that was intense. And it's only going to get more intense. Winner of this lap gets to the finals. Drizel with the early advantage. Here we go across the line. It's not close. Lemon Drizel will have a chance to defend the crown of the Lightspeed 400 into the finals for the 2nd straight race. That's the first time that we've seen a driver make it to back-to-back finals to start a season. Obviously, last year everybody was a rookie, and we talked about how it hadn't happened yet, but it's Lemon Drizel who's going to go ahead after a 2nd place finish last week, a chance to defend this title. But first, the 4th place consolation, which is going to be Streamer, Bloodstorm, and Piper. The winner of this lap will take 4th, 2nd place will be 5th, and the final finisher from this lap will end up in 6th place for the tournament. 26 on the outside, 53 in the middle, 86. Uh-oh, there goes the 26. He's going to be 6th. Bloodstorm comes across first to take 4th place, and let's see what happened here. Yeah, it looked like they just ran out of room. Looked like Bloodstorm may have moved Piper up the track a little bit. In turn, Piper moved the 26, and the 26 had nowhere else to go, up and over, and into oblivion there, as it's a 6th place finish for the pole sitter. Now here we go, Jack Tato, Lemon Drizel, and Earl. This is the 2nd straight race that started with 2 Red Pandas Racing's members. That happened once last year as well. They haven't won any of the times that they've had 2 finalists with 1 other finalist. That case, right now, it's Jack Tato as the other finalist. Lemon Drizel in the middle, Earl on the outside. Here we go, and it's Earl with an early advantage. And Earl coming across the line first to take a 1-0 lead as Jack Tato cannot finish the lap. A lot of slipping and sliding right now. The course is slick, and it's causing, certainly, quite a bit of issues here for the drivers. Here we go again. And it's again Earl in the advantage. Drizel tried to make a pass, went up and into the side of the 33, stalled the momentum, and Earl's up 2-0-0. Jack Tato just trying to finish a lap, or avoid falling upside down, because that's happened both times as well. This is a rough start for the 12 of Jack Tato. And Red Pandas Racing trying to break that curse and get a victory, and they have 2 finalists. Now it's Drizel. Drizel gets turned by the 12. Jack Tato made the move after Earl fell off the course. Have a look at it on the replay. Right here, just turned him in the corner. That is a very, very veteran move from the 12. And Jack Tato's on the board. It's 2-1-0. It's the first of 4. Lemon Drizel running out of time here. Drizel's in the lead and going to hold on. So now Lemon Drizel's in the win column. It's 2-1-1. As Jack Tato, again, failing to finish the lap. The only time they did finish the lap was the 1 heat that they won. Try it again. It's Drizel in the lead. Drizel with a big spin. Going to try to hold on. Picks the speed back up and comes across first. 2-2-1. Here comes Lemon Drizel, the winner of this race a year ago, trying to back it up again. Back to the outside line goes the 3. Now it's the 33 in the middle, and it's Drizel in the lead again. Got to keep it going, and just avoiding contact from the back end. It's Lemon Drizel in the lead. 3-2-1. And Drizel could win it here. Looked like Earl may have had something for him, if not for the contact with the 12. Lemon Drizel can win it here with another heat victory, looking for 4 in a row. There goes Drizel. Contact with the 12. The 12's going to make the pass. And the 12 of Jack Tato stays alive. For that matter, keeping Earl alive as well. Oh, it was so close right there. Just able to get around the 3 of Lemon Drizel. It's 3-2-2. Now Drizel's in the middle. That's the hardest one to be in. Got the lead for a minute. Got the lead again. Makes the pass. And Lemon Drizel is the winner. What a move on the final lap for Lemon Drizel. The one to watch coming into the race after a 2nd place finish a week ago, having won this race a year ago. Have a look at that pass at the very end. Just got enough. You could see Jack Tato made contact there trying to make something happen. But Lemon Drizel comes out of nowhere after struggling in the early portion of this specific final and wins 4 of the last 5 laps to win the Lightspeed 400 again. Second win, second career win for Drizel, who becomes just the second driver with multiple wins. And now there will be a second place consolation race here, since both Jack Tato and Earl finished with 2 victories each. Jack Tato's going to win it. They'll finish second and improve upon their third place finish a year ago. Earl takes third in their first final appearance in a long, long time. Very impressive by all 3 drivers. A very exciting final there, as Lemon Drizel picks up 44 points. As you look at the official results, Drizel first, Jack Tato second, Earl third. Bloodstorm, Piper, and Streamer, Quillo, Neptune, Woodpecker, and Murakami, all the way down to Nugget, who finished last. So struggling certainly after failing to qualify a week ago. Prime and Electro, who failed to qualify in this race and were not a part of the event. So certainly disappointing for them, but for those at the top, it was a very impressive race and a very impressive start to the season here, as Lemon Drizel has already opened up a 16-point lead here. That is a huge number, locked into the, if not already, it's going to happen on points anyway, it seems at this point early in the year, but locked in automatically with this win here into the playoffs. Piper has moved up into second here in the standings now, plus 32 to the cut line. Neptune's locked in after the win as well. Quillo, Jack Tato, Bloodstorm, the top 6, right over toward the top 12. That's where the playoff cut line is there. After 2 races, it's Sal in the number 1 for Fortune Racing with a 2-point advantage over Woodpecker, who just keeps getting knocked out by Piper. I'm sure Woodpecker says, hey, let's work together a little bit, get everybody into the playoffs. Not the case so far. Woodpecker 2 points a little bit below. Mozilla, Electro, Confetti, Spitzer, and then you get to where it gets kind of rough there. 24 points behind already. Only 10 points through 2 races for Winx. Then Prime and Nugget, who both have been struggling as well. Those are the overall standings after 2 races in Season 2 of NASMARB. Everybody celebrate. Lemon Drizel, the driver of the 3, picks up his second career win. It's the second straight time he's won the Lightspeed 400. Until next time, we'll see you next week, but I'm Ricochet. You've been watching a presentation of NASMARB on MSPN.